Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
So we had a nice weekend.
We did have a nice weekend. Well, first of all, the weather has been great.
Weather has been awesome. It's been awesome.
Every day is wonderful when you're kind of in this weather zone.
Yes. Oh my God. Absolutely. You know, I'm living my Hallmark dream.
I know.
It's like literally, and I took a picture. I never do this of a leaf the other day because they are changing. They're starting to. Even my husband was like, "What are you doing?"
I did taking a photo. That. It's actually making me nervous, as you know, but.
Well, it's still going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
And so, you know, because what is in, let me figure it out. Hang on one second. 20 days,
something like that.
right?
I actually am not counting.
It is 20 days. It is. Yep.
20 days until my wedding. And over the shower, you guys threw me, over the weekend, you guys threw me a beautiful shower.
Yes.
Which I know everyone is so sick of me by now, but it really was so beautiful. So we had to talk about it.
We got to talk about the shower. No, you know, I think, you know, what we were talking about is your mother had a beautiful shower for you in Connecticut.
Yes.
With family and your friends.
Yeah.
And
because that's where I'm from originally.
Right.
So that's hence the 2 showers. But I guess it's also like somewhat traditional to have more than 1 shower.
It is, absolutely. And, you know, I think too, you have, what I've said about Ashley, and you know, it is one of those things where, I don't want to say she's a I know she calls herself a geriatric bride, but that's not.
I think it's funny.
But what I love about it is that, you know, you are at the point in your life, is what I'll say, where you have pockets of women that have come into your life at different times.
Yeah.
And your bridesmaids, you know, she has, you know, college, you have very early work friends, you know, obviously Shayna, and then you have, you know, Rosie, who you've been friends with forever, and then we've been friends for over a decade. But you have all these different stages of life that have come together.
It's crazy. And then when I was seeing everyone together at the shower, I keep saying this because, like, to me, this is like just the craziest thing in the best way, is like seeing people talk to each other, and I'm like, wait, how do they know each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
or like,
God,
I mean, it's because of me, I guess, but like to see like some of the people interacting, I'm like, did you meet today? Did we meet at something else that I'm not remembering? Like, I don't. Yeah. But like, then you just see everyone together.
No,
and
it was great.
So amazing. And you guys did that.
Oh, here we go. So there's the bridal party, minus Gracie and Lily.
Gracie, yep. Gracie is, you know, she's in the bridal party, but she's not partaking in all of the festivities because she is underage.
I was going to say, she's underage.
She is underage.
You got to be careful. But there we are.
Lily, who doesn't live here anymore, but she's been coming up and going back and forth. So
and that dress kept flowing. Oh, there we go.
So we had to get my mom in there, which I did. I have to give a shout out, well, first of all, to my mom, but her dress. So that was my grandmother's dress that she wore to my mom's wedding. So she had it like
Did you know she was wearing that?
No, I didn't know. I showed up.
She was very excited to have you see that. I was wondering if you knew it was like coming together.
No. And so I was like, Mom, that's so pretty. I was like, why do I know what that dress is though? Because like I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah, no, she was so excited.
And I was like, she's like, it's my May's dress from when I come in. I was like, oh my God, I love that.
I love it. No, she did, you know, and we had it at Rosie's house in Tiverton, who's one of our dear friends. And anyone that lives, obviously, in this area of New England, it is just beautiful. Actually, it's beautiful in anywhere in New England right now, let's face it. But Rosie has like a gem of a spot. There we go, you know, right over the water. And you know, did you share a picture of the back of your dress?
I think. Well, we didn't have. I don't know if that one made the cut or not. We didn't have enough slots for all the pictures.
Well, as clearly you can see, she has a beautiful big white bow hanging off the back of that dress. Yes, that was obviously my favorite part of the dress was the bow. That was the whole. And you have a wonderful fiance. You know, I don't know if we talk about him enough on the show.
We probably don't. He's so low key. Like he's so not like.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Down for the ride.
Yep.
Like he's all in, but like. You know, all this stuff is he could do without.
He could do without, but you know what? There's, you know, you measure men many times like small instances, right? So I was leaving to head home, and I was just leaving with like a normal thing. I feel like with anyone with kids knows this. You know, leaving with a bag and something in my other hand, and it's just you're balancing each other out. And he was like, no, let me carry Sunny to the car for you. I said, oh my God, Josh, I got it. This is nothing compared to what we usually, you know. And he said, absolutely not. And when I got in the car, I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, like he just wasn't doing that because he felt like he had to. He's just a good guy. So I'm very happy for you.
He is. It's so. I always say, like, you know, you say, oh, he's a good guy. He's good. It sounds
no, he
boring.
Really is. He's
it's
a good
not
guy.
Boring. It is the best.
Right.
He is
stable,
a good person.
Yep.
Like he's just a good person.
We don't want crazy as we get older. We want like, you know, we want good. We want good, loyal.
Have fun with that when you're younger. Oh, and that was a flower bar from Lynn.
There it is.
I
Beautiful.
loved the flower bar. That was so gorgeous. She did an amazing job. And the spread that you guys all put together, and our lovely, wonderful sommelier who
He was
adore.
drinking some wine. And
I
took
know,
that
as
photo.
he should. He's a sommelier. It's research. So a beautiful day. And again, thank you guys so much for that.
Absolutely.
And we're getting close, guys.
20
It'll
days
all-
to go.
It'll all be over before we know it, and I'll stop talking about it forever. Just kidding. I probably will never
No, she
stop
won't.
talking about
She
it.
won't. I love it. Keep it going. But stick around. We have a very fun and special guest coming up next. You're not going to want to miss this. Stick around. We'll be right back with Spotlight New England. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. We are so excited for this next guest. I'm not kidding, Ashley. Like, I feel like I've been like anticipating this. We were waiting till school go back in session, and her life settled down a little bit because she's got 2 kiddos, the one and only Kim Zandy.
Hello.
I feel like we need like
I know, no intro
clapping,
needed.
a clap.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you guys.
We're so excited to have you. We've been talking about from the very beginning when we started the show that we wanted to have you on. So we're so glad we were able to align the schedules because it is so busy all the time.
It
All the time. Becca and I talk about like you have the Maycember, which is the end of school. Then you've got the crazy summer. Even though it's a little bit more relaxed, you're doing more of the fun things.
Doing more
Yeah.
of the fun
all
things.
the bucket
Yes.
list stuff.
Right.
And then you ramp back up into school and it's
Yeah.
like,
It's like
I know, it's crazy.
all the activities.
it's nuts. It's crazy. But as you were coming in, we were talking about what our kids are doing, the activities, and as I said to Kim, I'm like, I'm going to ask you a lot of this more on the actual when we're doing our
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
But so listen, all you got to do is close your eyes, and your voice is.
I
so
know, it is
recognizable.
so recognizable. I'm sure you hear that all the time. Probably
do.
shopping, the
It's a
grocery
little
store.
different. I'm always amazed. Nobody recognizes my face.
Yeah.
It's always, you sound familiar.
Like, it's like immediate. I mean,
Yes.
it really is, and especially for like true Rhode Islanders that I've been listening to you for years. I mean, you are just somebody that has been part of people's lives, and it's something that is so special because you make such an impact. But bring us from the beginning. Like, was radio something you always wanted to get into?
No, absolutely not. In fact, I was very set on becoming an administrative assistant
Really?
for a big CEO, which tells you how old I am.
Okay.
I would also be a geriatric bride.
Yes, right?
If I was a bride. But, that was back in the day of the working girl, and
Yeah.
you didn't necessarily have a lot of examples, right? So I got a job at my county commissioner's office, little co-op in high school, as their secretary, and I hated it. And so I was like, what am I going to go to school for?
You're
Oh my
like, that was the
gosh.
plan. That was the whole plan.
That was the plan. So I decided I wanted to be the next Barbara Walters. Let's bring it forward.
Yep.
Savannah Guthrie, whomever. And totally concentrated more on TV in school. But it was all together. It was radio, television, theater, blah, blah, blah. And then I got an internship at a radio station in Ohio right after I graduated. And the first week I said, this is for me. This is for me. Just the personality, and you guys know very well. Sometimes you put a package together and then they end up, we only have a minute and a half. They cut all the personality out of it sometimes. Or you have to really work hard to get it in. So for me, the more relaxed it was.
Yep.
Plus, I'm not really smart enough for TV.
You
I'm really
definitely
not.
are. You definitely are. But I know what you mean. Like for radio, it seems as though, and I mean, I can't really speak to it, but there's a little more leeway. There's a little more time.
Yes.
Just a little more freedom, maybe.
And we don't ruin our credibility if we mess up. People don't think, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's a bigger, I think, responsibility for you guys to keep that credibility up. We don't lose credibility just because we pronounce a word wrong. We
Yeah.
usually make fun of ourselves for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We have a little more freedom to do that. So you're right.
Yeah, a little more freedom.
I love that. And so when did you get to 92?
1999.
1999.
I was, as always happens in radio, we were #1 in Ohio. I was on a great morning show, and we got sold. And it's been many things, but, and so all of a sudden I was out of a job because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I found this job not through anybody in radio. At that point you would just call everyone you know. And it was this woman who used to write intimacy books for couples.
No way.
And she would come in, and I will say the books were really effective. It was great.
Yeah.
But she was also really funny. I mean, she was
Yeah.
the closest thing to adult entertainment.
Okay.
We would never have our on our show today.
Yeah.
We're too
Okay. Family friendly. Yeah.
So she knew they were looking for a morning show here with another person, not Giovanni, who everybody knows me for working
Yeah.
with.
Right.
So she found out about this job. I called, I sent my demo. That's how you get the job. And I came to work with this person. And very long story, about a week later, that person was gone. And they said, would you come work with Gio? And I said, absolutely.
Wow.
We did. The best story is the other person was stuck because we had a big blizzard here, 1999. And it was March 15th. And so we had a big blizzard. This was back when everybody read the school closings.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And so we had to read them. Well, I wasn't from here. I pronounced half the towns wrong. And instead of saying like, we got to get these right, speaking to the more flexibility, we just had fun with it all morning.
Oh,
I
that's
love it.
awesome.
I love it.
So, the fates decided, like, look, these guys have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
And so a month later, it was like April 5th, we started our show. And that went 24 years. And then Gio stayed another year with Becca and Jay.
Yeah.
He retired. And then I came back in September of last year. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary as 92 Pro FM Mornings.
Which, congratulations,
Thank
because
you.
we love the latest iteration of mornings.
Right.
On
I do
92
too.
Pro
Amazing.
FM.
I love it.
Amazing.
We, Becca is one of our dear friends too, and we're just so happy for you guys. It seems like, you went through this transition phase, which we, can talk about, but you're hitting this stride now. You're really finding this place that is resonating with your listeners.
I feel so lucky. And we talked about this on our show on Friday. And Becca and Jay feel the same. They were doing after Gio retired, they were doing their show over the summer. And I ended up, when they asked me to come back, management, I said, I would love to. I love that job. It's my dream job. But I also didn't want to come back if it was a gimmick. And so I said, I need to be sure that I really fit into their show.
Yeah.
And because it might sound like, how different could it be? It's a morning show on top 40 radio station.
One that you already had done.
Right. But it is different. And it's almost like I want to sit down with someone and say, here's the difference. Here's the difference. Like, this is a little different. Man, I fit right in between them. And it really could not have gone any better. And Becca and I looked at each other on Friday and said, we feel like we're still in the honeymoon phase. We're so collaborative. We actually talk in between about our personal lives. Like, you guys are the same, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You actually are interested
Yeah.
in each other.
Yeah.
And so that's a really cool thing, too.
What did it feel like when you took that time off and when you came back, and how was it different for you? I mean, obviously you have this new team that you're here and and I remember someone saying to me years ago, you can't fake chemistry.
No.
It's impossible to, because the audience is going to tell, you're going to be able to feel it, and nobody wants to see that. So when you say, it just clicked immediately, did you feel like right out of the gate, like you could go into like that mode where you're like, this is where I'm meant to be? This is it.
The gate, day one.
Wow.
Day one. And lightning has struck me twice with that, because I had the same thing with Gio.
Yeah, you did.
Will Gilbert, who works with you guys, was there as our producer originally. And that was the same way.
Yeah.
And, the big consultants come in and they usually, they have to fix you. And I remember the one positive thing our consultant said about us was, we have to work for years to get this chemistry, and you guys just have it. And I feel like Becca and Jay and I have very similar, same. Again, I think one of the big differences, and I love it, is that we have a lot more listener interaction, whether that's through text or calls on topics.
Yeah.
Not just winning a prize or whatever. I love it so much.
Yeah.
All you can hear in between, Becca and I are chatting with each other, and we're chatting with each other, and then we're typing. We love it. We love to interact with the listeners, and they're really funny.
Yeah.
People have some great stories.
And Rhode Island is such a specific place. And I'm sure like the callers that you get and the listeners that you have really kind of like add this different element that you cannot get it anywhere else.
You absolutely can't. One of the things about starting radio in Ohio, and I'm sure for TV people it's the same, one of the things is the accent out there is very ambiguous, right? But that also means the towns are very
Right.
ambiguous
Yes.
too. And I was in Columbus, which is probably one of the most white bread towns there is.
Yeah.
And so to come here, and I grew up in Philly,
Mm-hmm.
so it's very similar. People let you know exactly where you stand with them. And then the accents come out. Just all the towns have their own dynamic.
Yeah.
It's not just one city with a bunch of suburbs.
Right.
It is every single town has its own unique identity and feel, and I love that.
You
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
What is it that you love? I mean, we were talking about the team, you, Becca, and Jay, but what do you love about being behind the microphone and being able to share with your listeners every morning? Because I don't say it lightly. I mean, you can. The thing is, and I always think this about TV, and the same as radio. You have the power as the viewer and listener to change at any time.
Yes.
But people don't. You have the most loyal people that love to listen to you. I mean, you see the comments that people put on Facebook about you and on Instagram. You have people that they think that you're part of their family in many ways because you're the first person they're listening to in the morning.
And I like
what
to
do you
think
love about that?
There's an authenticity to all three of us. I see it with you guys here as well. There's an authenticity. And I think people appreciate that because that's how they want to be in their lives. They don't want some fake person who is a completely different person off air.
Yeah.
They don't want a character. They want to know you. There is nothing I won't share.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, I can't think of a topic that somebody said, and I went, oh, I don't want to talk about that on the air. Unless it has to do with my kids' privacy or whatever. Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So I think that's one of the things. We really appreciate them. We allow them to tease us, and we tease them, and everybody takes it in the spirit in which it's intended. We tease each other. But I also think we all have a genuine caring for the people and the state and southern New England, southern Mass, in that we love to talk about all the community stuff going on. We are out in the community.
Yeah, you are.
We talk about all the nonprofits. We support these nonprofits. So I think that's what I love, is having the platform for that, but also, again, the connection with the listeners. That's real. I knew some people. So when I left, and this is no secret, everybody knows they let me go. And I took a little, what do we call it? The interregnum. When Oliver Cromwell came in and the royalty was done for a while there. One of the things I said was, it truly, meeting celebrities is great. Getting swag is great. We all know it. I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah.
But the connection with the listeners was always my favorite part. Always. And it was there. I was even blown away by the response.
Yeah.
And I don't say that with the, oh, no, you're great. No.
Yeah.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
And so.
It's giving me goosebumps hearing you say that.
Yeah. So that connection is so special to me.
It's really quite a story, and we've only just touched on it. But, you've been through a lot. You've been in the industry a long time. That was probably, I'm guessing, a challenging time for you, figuring it all out, and then even coming back. Is this the right thing? What advice do you have from that, or what wisdom did you get from all of this that you could share for people?
Sure. I think one of the things, and my parents started this with me, but I also surround myself with really good, supportive people. If you are not somebody who's picking up someone's crown, if you are not someone who's going to support, then you're not going to be in my life for very long. So I think, first of all, surround yourself with good people, because they really do help pick you up, no matter what that is. And then secondly, there's always something that comes next. Yes, I do not say don't feel bad about it. You absolutely should, or you can't get through it. Don't ignore your feelings. But then also know we will figure it out, and something will come next. One of my favorite things, apparently I am teaching how moms, sometimes we don't know that we're teaching our kids things.
Yeah.
So I came home and I told my kids, and I thought, man, they're going to be really upset about this. My son said, well, I was thinking about getting a summer job.
Oh, stop it.
God.
My daughter said, I know, we can charge people to come swim in the pool and I'll be the lifeguard.
Oh my God,
Right
Kim.
there, that made me feel like $1 million.
Wow.
Now, I will also say, in my managements, to praise my management a little bit, absolutely no one reveled in letting me go.
Yeah.
Nobody was mean.
Right.
And in the old days of radio, I don't know how TV works. In the old days of radio, they used to revel in
They
it.
would have reveled.
Oh, they would have reveled.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to fire people if, they were doing it. Nobody reveled in it. So I didn't have to deal with that either.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't a mean-spirited
Right.
kind of thing. It was a business decision.
Right.
And so I would say that. Let yourself feel it. You have to walk through it. But then realize there's something else to come and you will figure it out. Last thing I'll say is be prepared. I was so lucky that my parents and family members taught me you have to have an emergency fund.
Yeah.
It can be really hard for people who are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
We all know what the economy's like right now. $5, $10, put it away just so you can get through that initial even month.
Right.
Put it away. So I was really lucky that I have that established.
Right.
I know that's a big privilege. So if you can do it, figure out a way to do it.
Yeah. Great advice. And we just love
I
listening
know.
to you. We do.
This is
I'm
we
so
have to
happy
have.
for
I
you.
want to have you back and do a whole show on who you've met, what you love
Yes.
about them,
Yes.
some really
Yes,
great
yes,
stories.
yes.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I do know you must have
I have
So many.
I have
tons and
good
tons.
ones and bad ones.
And not just the ones Will's already told us. We want to hear
Right.
we want to hear the Kim exclusive.
version.
Yes.
Kim, we love you so much. Thanks for
Yes.
coming on with us.
Thank you so much. And I want to come back just to hear all the wedding details.
Oh my God,
Okay.
I'm so sick of myself.
No.
But I will tell you, I'll be happy to.
Yeah.
I will be happy to.
I can't wait to follow along with all the pictures that come out and enjoy the honeymoon
Thank
as well.
you.
And thank
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Kim.
you.
And stick around. We have more to come on Spotlight New England. All right, welcome back to Spotlight New England. I feel like we just had royalty here.
I know. God, I love her so much.
And even
we
the
do have to
advice
do a
at the
part
end.
two, like you said.
That was a great question you asked at the end, though, about the advice, because she just dispensed three things that I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to write these down.
She's been through a lot of different things.
Yeah.
She has wisdom to share.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. So make sure you tune in the morning. So she's awesome. But one thing I did this weekend,
I know, this is so fun. I wanted to go to this,
This
but
is really cool. It's a porch fest. I know a lot of actual small towns have them.
Yes.
But Bristol, Rhode
I feel
Island
like
had
Bristol
one.
was one of the first that did this.
I loved it. So what they end up doing is they closed an entire street, and houses end up signing up and saying, yes, we will have music on the front of our house, on our porch. You don't have to have a porch, don't worry. But this is one of the houses where they had a band playing. The music was incredible. But as you watch, as they kind of scan out, the streets were packed, filled with people
Look at
dancing,
that.
taking video, taking pictures. And this was just one house. And I'm telling you, Ash, there were 10 more houses that were just like this up and down the street. It really was a great New England thing to do.
That is so cool. I think the concept is amazing, and you and I are, we love Hallmark, we love the Gilmore Girls,
Very
we
much
love the
like that.
small town feeling, the small town vibe, and I
Yes.
feel like this is so much like that. Like this is off of the set of a movie.
It really was cool. And, it was funny. This is, I guess, the fourth one they've had.
Is it only the fourth?
Only
I
the
thought
fourth
they've been doing
one.
it for a while. Why did I think that?
There may have been maybe a smaller version,
Okay.
but when I tell you, my brother lives right around the corner, and he had probably 50 people over beforehand.
Yeah.
But every house, almost like the 4th of July in Bristol, every house gets excited and ready for it. And even the rain yesterday, all of us Rhode
Yeah.
Islanders know it did have a little bit of rain in the East Bay. No one cared.
No one cared.
Kept walking up and down the street.
I can't believe the amount of people that were out.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean, I guess
so
I can
cool.
believe it, but I don't know. I thought that maybe
kinda
people-
staggering.
Now, do you know if they did different times of day at different places, or was it all at one time and you kind of just walked?
It was
around?
they have it spaced out every 4 houses,
Okay.
so you don't really hear the music.
but it's all at the same time.
All the same
And you
time.
just
It
kinda,
was
walk around.
3 to 6.
Oh my
just different music the whole entire time. It was really just unbelievable.
We are
I loved
lucky
it.
to live here.
We are very
How
lucky.
fun is that? Bristol Porch Fest. Check it out next year. Check us out Monday through Fridays on the 12 Plus app at 12:30 and 8, and we will see you back here next time on Spotlight New England.